One-foot-flipper.
Hi, Paige here, the 1-foot flipper, and I'm just continuing to get nothing done between videos and personal life and all sorts of things happening. I'm still continuing to get almost no listings done. Continuing to clean up the work area though. I emptied out another one of my last binders of cards. In fact, we're going to do a giveaway of some of those a little bit later. Before we get into the topic, let's look at a few sales. The videos in the higher end card listings are continuing to pay out. Sold a first edition Mr. Mime Jungle Hollow Pokemon card for $40 to a repeat buyer. Same couple people keep buying these, but they keep buying them one at a time, one day apart, so I can't ship them together. Always a little bit annoying when that happens, because it's one of the few items I have free shipping on. I could have actually made some money if they bought them twice at the same time, but they didn't. I sold a Madame Alexander 8-inch Irish Dolls of the World collection, $9.47, but I'm going to make some money on the shipping on this one because I've got all my Madame Alexander dolls in at the £2 rate, but I found a lot of the ones that are boxed, that aren't in boxes, can ship first class, so I make some money on that. And the customer knew what they were going into when they paid their total, so doesn't bother me one bit. This is a Goodwill Bins find. It's a Qatar Airways Oryx Kids Club bag. I think this is what kids got in Qatar Airlines flying in the Middle East. This was a Goodwill Bins pickup, so it probably cost 50 cents. Wasn't actually a good item. There was none sold. There were one or two listed on eBay, none sold in Terra Peak history. So I did what I do with bad items. I gave it a 10% promoted listing, and after one markdown, it eventually sold for $7.19. Better than throwing it in the trash, right? And I always get messages from people who really want to buy a bunch of gourds from me, and this person actually followed through. They bought 6 of my 8 remaining gourds, so I'm going to have to restock those. What I do with those is I only sell them in bulk if the people are willing to do what I want them to do, which is to just put them all in the cart and buy them and let me pack them up and send the shipping refund, because I cannot guess in advance how big the box is going to be on those, because it's a Tetris puzzle of 3-dimensional objects that are all oddly shaped, and it's going to end up being an oversized box, and I cannot guess on that. Some customers are okay with that. Some of them, as soon as I say that, I never hear from them again, but this customer got them, and I'll be boxing those up tonight. Okay, what were we going to talk about today? Beanie Babies. Oh, wait, that's not a Beanie Baby. This is a Beanie Baby. Dave, the NC Picker, recently bought some Beanie Babies and was talking about them on his channels and on the Trash for Cash podcast. Particularly on the podcast, mentioned how now he's selling nothing but Beanie Babies for $3.29. And I thought to myself, could I outsell Dave on $3.29 Beanie Babies? I don't really have any Beanie Babies, but what I do have is I have thousands of Beanie Baby cards. These are actually incredibly nice cards. Every one of them is full color, both sides. They're embossed. That means you can feel the critter on there. They're super nice. There's not much demand for them, but I thought I could sell them 10 at a time for $3.29 and see if I could sell 50 of those lots before Dave sells all 50 of his state Beanie Babies. So, and I already have some of those cards listed, so I go to my search and I look for one of my cards so I can do a sell similar to make the NC Picker Unauthorized Challenge Beanie Baby listing. And what do you know? I search for Beanie in my listings and none come up. Now I know I have the word Beanie in about 150 of my listings. So first I'm searching it in Seller Hub, then I search it like a customer would. Doesn't come up at all. Then I do a little more searching and I realize that If you even search the word beanie in the proper category, you get almost no results. I believe it's 47 results if you search for beanie and toys and collectibles or whatever the broader over category is. It doesn't matter. You can keep drilling down and it hits almost nothing. So there's something wrong with the eBay search relating to that word. That's not the only keyword that's having issues, because for the last month I've had issues with trying to search for various of my own items and not finding them until I do less of the title in the search. But in this case, I looked up the problem. I found the technical thing about not being able to find certain keywords in your own search. And now not only am I wasting my time trying to sell Beanie Babies, I'm wasting my time with the eBay support, getting support, trying to sell Beanie Babies. So I lose another half hour to 40 minutes. Well, I'm doing a little work while it's going, but with the chat person who at first claims that there's no problem, or that the problem is solved, or that the technical problem that from the very first sentence I gave him the exact instructions what to do, because the eBay community forum post from eBay said to contact customer support and say to add your name to this ticket number. And that was my first sentence. And I had to repeat that multiple times. And I'm not sure, and I got escalated once, and I'm not sure if that ever even happened at all. At one point, the man claimed it wasn't a technical issue. It's amazing. So I wasted a lot of time on that. Should I still do the unauthorized NC Picker Beanie Challenge? Let me know if I should. Being that it'll be harder to find, I'm not sure if I want to. I sold a Pokemon binder. Guardians Rising 509. This is a plus shipping, of course. It's a quantity item. I have quite a few of these. I don't know if I have quite a few left, but I do have quite a few. Stay till the end, though. We're going to do the giveaway. And why are we doing a giveaway? Because when I went through a binder of cards that I had collected from when I worked at the card store, sometimes I'd buy interesting things, or there'd be promos that the card companies would send us. They're not really worth much anything, but, you know, I had some of those and interesting ones I'd buy. Like this has a piece of Jim Carrey's t-shirt from Bruce Almighty, and so on. I decided I'm not even going to deal with these, so I'm going to give them away to a viewer. And I decided to throw in a big stack of Pokemon rares. That way, more chance it'll interest just about anyone. We'll do that at the end. I sold 5 trays of Wargaming miniatures for a total of $220. I do my $100 special with things like this that are hard to price. I just started them at $100. I put in the listing that just don't like the price, watch this item. The price will drop regularly, and I drop the prices on those things 10% every 10 days until they sell. And it was just a day or two ago was the markdown day, and I always sell a flurry of them after the markdown day. I also mark down my comics and it's Kathy time stamps at the same time, but those still never sell. Have yet to sell a stamp lot. Have yet to sell a large comic lot. But hey, there's always hope for the future, right? Okay, I guess it is time to do the giveaway. Okay, if you want me to send you this big stack of cards here, we got Pokemon rares, we got a bunch of Star Trek promos. We have some crimped cards of otherwise not valuable cards. A crimp is where it gets caught. This is both a crimp and a miscut. From when it gets caught in the machine that's supposed to put into the pack. One random sports card. Twilight Sparkle, My Little Pony. Edith Keeler, Star Trek. Another Twilight Sparkle. Couple more crimps. Crimps are exceptionally rare. Cards usually don't get caught in the stamping machine that stamps the packs. And when I worked at the card store, I would always save them when they were junk cards that weren't worth anything. So I have a small handful of them. and a couple more Trek ones. If you want these, just post cards down in the comments. But you have to be subscribed to win. If I run it and it doesn't show you're subscribed, I'm just going to run it again until it shows somebody subscribed. So hit that subscribe first. Okay, I think that's all I've got for today. I've got some big orders to pack and hopefully some more work to do. Hope to see you again soon. No, Dave, I don't think doing 100% promoted listings on those Beanie Babies was the best idea.